everyone. I told you I'm coming back, and we're going to start on part two: the attitude of Black customers toward Black businesses. Reading out of our favorite book, The Valley of Dry Bones: the conditions that face Black people in America. That's right. That's where we at in America. Okay, now we're going to focus on the second reason. Just to recap, the second reasons that there aren't many Black businesses. It has a lot to do with the attitude of Black customers. Now, um, we're going to see that this mentality that we are looking at, okay? Now, it talks about the crab complex or the crab attitude, okay? And it's real. It has been real since day one. Yes. We have it all around us. You see it going on. And it's more prevalent to this day. You know, and we have to teach our children to be Black owners, not just Black business owners, but to be Black customers to the Black businesses. And as I was reading this book, the author was telling about a bad experience with a woman who acted like a crab. It says, I had a refreshment cart which I pushed around the streets. After I completed circuit of the neighborhood, it was my practice to wait 15 or 20 minutes on a certain busy corner to serve my customers. So when I started to make another circuit around the neighborhood, a certain woman, a known big mouth, yelled out to me, hey, mister, we don't want you selling around here. We are trying to keep someone from opening a store on the corner. I said, I am not a scorer. I'm not a store. I'm a vendor. Do you have a license? She asked. So I don't have to show you my license. And that's something. That happened to me. I was just on the corner with having just selling. It was like a yard sale. I was just selling stuff, real cheap or whatever. And somebody actually called the police on me. And the police asked me, did I have a license? Because you can go get a license to sell. You can get a license for everything now. You can get a license to stand on the corner and beg for money. So no. And he was a nice police officer. He just said, well, I'm not going to say nothing. I just had to come and talk to you. I said, oh, thank you. I continue to sell my stuff, but this is how some people is. It don't matter what you're doing. They're going to try to make it hard for you. They don't look at you as a human being trying to make a living, a human being that's not out there stealing from other Americans. Sad. It's just sad. And then the same thing happened to him. A police officer showed up. And you always hear that saying, oh, your prices are too high. But it says, there are many other negative attitudes that Black people have toward Black business people. Some are understandable and others are not. First of all, many blacks believe that a black man or a woman should not be in business. Many believe that this is a white man's domain. Moreover, they look at another black business person as if to say, you should not be in business. Or, how in the hell did you manage to get into business? Some say that a black man's prices are too high, but they never say that about the price of alcoholic drinks being too high. And I'm telling you, they would go to the bar and spend $10 on a shot of high priced, high shelf liquor. But they'll go to your bed and say, oh, that's too high. That's our mentality. And then when you reduce the prices, they say the prices are too low. They think something is wrong with your product. Come on. See, that's our attitude that's keeping us in that barrel. You know. And it's shameful. Now, the lack of black businesses result in the destruction of the black community. How so? Well, the lack of black businesses result in a higher rate of unemployment, especially among males and youth, leaving thousands of black males idle, standing on the corner, cursing, drinking, shooting craps, scheming to commit a crime. As a result of unemployment, the crime rate skyrockets. Empty stores become burglarized by the unemployed man. The decent, stable people move out. But before they can sell their homes are vandalized by the unemployed dope addicts who seek to sell what they have stolen in order to satisfy a $75 day habit. And you know what? You calculate that $75 day habit, that is $27,000 a year. And you take an addict that's usually an addict for at least 15 years or more, they done spent over $450,000 in 15 years on drugs. And you know what that money could have did if we invested it in our community, in our family, in our children? Imagine that. And that's only one person. You see why the drug cartels are not giving up their drugs? And blacks rip off each other by saying, a nigga ain't shit, bringing down the esteem and the self-image of people trodden underfooted for generations. You have society bringing them down. And then you have the family bringing you down. That's a lot. And you wonder why we don't have many black businesses. I have two daughters that have black businesses. Do you think anybody in our family ever tried to support their black business? Oh, hell no. They is one of them people that, what's she doing with a black business? Ugh, pitiful. And those unemployed become poor family supporters. Ain't that what I just said? The basic unit of society. How are you going to be a good part of society, a good citizen, if you treat your family like crap? That doesn't work. That's not going to work. The black woman gets tired of her unemployed man or husband. She does not need him anymore. Okay? And this is the kind of behavior in the black community. The crime, the vandalizing, the dope traffic, the self-hatred, the breakup of family. It causes division in the black community. And that's why a lot of our black communities look like they do. full of trash, full of abandoned buildings and cars. Schools are falling apart. Schools are closing. And the root cause is because of the unemployed black male who displays a bad image in the community. And there is a class struggle and a sex struggle in the black community. The stable and the financially secure blacks are against the dire, hardcore, and abject poor. Men and women are against each other. And and this is happening for a while. The black woman, she's able to get welfare, she's able to get Section 8, and they'll give her a job faster than they will a black female. And it's not, and it has a lot to do with our attitude, us, because black men are letting each other take each other down. And you get it twisted. You forget you are living in America. You are not going to be treated fairly. You're going to have to be extra strong, extra superhero to get over. And your objection should be to get over to raise stable black families. That's what you have to do. You got to keep it together. And we also have to talk about the other job and jobless. What else? What else keeps us jobless? The Eurasian. The word Eurasians means European Asians. Here, I mean the influx of Europeans and Asians into the black ghetto. The black community has been a rapid influx of Orientals, Koreans, Vietnamese. It seems that there are Koreans on every corner, and in between the corners, you find Koreans, Greeks, and the new immigration Italians. In the city of Philadelphia, you find a new pizza shop franchise. These Italians come into the black community a short time ago. Some of them can't speak English, but they have become our lords and master. They collect our money and give us steak sandwiches and pizza. We work hard all week. The few of us who are employed then often wait in long lines to be served by the Europeans. We sometimes accept assaults from them. And we would not accept from black people. And yet, we continue to give them our money like docile lambs. We are bowing unto our lords, taking them baskets full of money. We are happy to take it to them because we recognize that we are weak and they are strong. We respect and honor them. Now, if this weren't true, we would not patronize them. We are saying in our hearts, Mr. White Man and Mr. Yellow Man, you can have my money. But a black man's teeth may grit, but none of my money shall he get. And that's an attitude of a lot of people. Why? Because of their slave mentality. Because of the way they was raised. They wasn't raised in a home that honored black people, that taught black philosophy. And every day we show how weak we as black people is. And most foreigners ought to be grateful to the black people, because we employ tens of thousands of foreigners and at the same time unemployed ourselves. Can a people be so stupid? Yes. When a people are brainwashed, they can be incredibly stupid. We employ foreigners in this manner. After the aliens have established businesses in our communities, we, the unemployed blacks that have the highest unemployment rate, take our money to them, making jobs available to them for their fathers and mothers and sisters and brothers, sons, daughters, and friends. By taking our business to them, we are keeping them employed and keeping them with jobs, buying nice stuff. Because they help each other. They take the money and they go use it to buy $75,000 homes, put their kids in private schools, living in the suburbs, taking vacations, while we just sit back and watch. It's shameful. Our money does not circulate in the black community. It immediately goes out of the community and benefits the people that discriminate against us, and do not work for our fundamental interests. The answer to our prodigious problem will be rendered in later chapters. So we're going to continue reading this book. Okay. The next one, the black political struggle after the Civil War. So we've been struggling for a long time, before and after the Civil War. And it's a shame that our kids are being let down. They're being let down. Now, I would like to just read a little bit about okay. Yes. You know what? A lot of our problems is this systematic racism and crime. Do blacks commit more crimes than whites? Ain't that something? In 2019, black people made up 12.2% of the U.S. population. However, they represented 26.6% of the total arrests, including 51.2% of murder arrests, 52.7% of the robbery, 28.8% of the burglary, and 28.6% of the vehicle theft arrests. 42.2% of the prostitution arrests, and 26.1% of the drug arrests. Now, and they also have the highest level of incarceration of any racial group. Wow. As of 2019, blacks were incarcerated in local jails at a rate of 600 per 100,000 U.S. residents, which is more than 3 times the rate of whites. Combining this indicates a systematic racism exists in criminal activity. Why does any individual commit a crime? As Becker states, some individuals become criminals because of their financial and other rewards from crime compared to legal work, taking account of the likelihood of apprehension and conviction and the severity of punishment. Okay, like I was saying, you have one person that has a $75 day habit, they are spending. They are spending. They are really actually spending $27,000 a year. That's a lot, ain't it? And that's only one person. What if you got your clientele you got 10 people spending $75 a day with you? People get addicted more to that money than they do the drugs. Yes. It's sad. It really is sad. And we really got to do something. Really, it's really time that we do something. And what I thought was pretty interesting was where you find out, that's why you have to do your own research. U.S. violent crime since 2023, January to December, is down. You wouldn't think the way they put so much emphasis on violent crime. Murder is down by 11.6%. You're like, wow. Whew. Rape down by 9.4%. Aggravated assault down by 2.8%, which is fine, because we should not have to worry about being a victim Go look this up and read it. So you don't have to be a victim of being coerced into thinking about something that's not really a big issue. Crime is a big issue. I'm not saying that, because every day we hear about crime, and the people that are victims, it's not easy being a victim. So I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about it some more, because like I said, Ezekiel and Daniel, they was carried away to Babylon in the first deportation of Judah. See, it makes a good scene, don't it? Just like we see now, seeing these immigrants in handcuffs and chains being hauled away onto this army plane, going to who knows where. Some of them are even being sent to prison. That's what these evil geniuses in charge do. It's all opticals. And it's all optical illusions. We have to become superheroes and make it real. These are real people. And we also have to stop being crabs. Do not be a proverbial crab in a bucket and make war with those around you. Work together and grow. Love, life, live. By Marvin Gaye. That's what we have to do. Stop holding each other down. Talk about it. Make plans. Come together. Be a real superhero. Thank you for listening. You all have a wonderful day.